Picture this. You're 65, it's your retirement party. Your coworkers are patting you on the back, wishing you well. But instead of feeling excited, you're panicking. Why? Because you just realized you made a $100,000 mistake. A mistake so simple, yet so devastating, it's going to haunt your golden years. What is this mistake? Stick around, because in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you how to avoid it and potentially set yourself up for life. So, what's this $100K mistake I'm talking about? Simple. Not starting to save early enough. I know. Saving money isn't sexy. It's not exciting. It doesn't get likes on Instagram. But here's the cold, hard truth. Every year you delay saving costs you big time in the long run. Let's break it down. If you start saving $200 a month at age 25, by the time you're 65, you could have over $520,000, assuming a 7% annual return. But if you wait until you're 35 to start, you'd only have about $245,000. That's a difference of $275,000. And that, my friends, is way more than a $100K mistake. But it's not just about the money. It's about the freedom, the options, peace of mind that comes with having a solid nest egg. It's about not having to work until you're 80 because you have no other choice. Now, let's talk about the not-so-secret weapon that makes this all possible. Compound interest. Einstein allegedly called it the eighth wonder of the world, and for good reason. Compound interest is like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it goes, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger. With compound interest, you're not just earning returns on your initial investment, but on the returns from previous years too. Let's say you invest $1,000 and get a 10% return. After 1 year, you have $1,100. But in year 2, you're not just earning 10% on $1,000, but on $1,100, and it keeps snowballing from there. This is why starting early is so crucial. The longer your money has to compound, the more dramatic the growth. It's like giving your money a head start in a race. And trust me, in the marathon of life, you want all the head start you can get. Now, I can already hear the excuses rolling in, but I don't make enough to save. I'll start saving when I make more money. I have student loans to pay off first. I'm young. I'll worry about it later. Let me stop you right there. These excuses are costing you money. Big money. They're the $100K mistake in action. First off, if you think you don't make enough to save, I've got news for you. You can't afford not to save. Even small amounts add up over time, thanks to our friend compound interest. Waiting until you make more money? Newsflash, your expenses tend to rise with your income. If you can't save now, what makes you think it'll be easier later? Student loans? Yes, they're important, but it doesn't have to be an either-or situation. You can work on both simultaneously. And if you're young and think you have all the time in the world, well, that's exactly the attitude that leads to the $100K mistake. Time is your biggest asset right now. Don't waste it. All right, I hear you. This all sounds great, but I'm barely making ends meet as it is. How am I supposed to save? I get it. I've been there. But here's the thing. Saving isn't about how much money you make. It's about the habits you form. Start small. Like, really small. Can you save $5 a week? That's a fancy coffee you skip or a subscription you cancel. $5 a week is $260 a year. It might not sound like much, but it's a start. And more importantly, it's building the habit. Next, automate your saving. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking to your savings account every payday, even if it's just $20. You won't miss what you don't see. Got a raise recently? Congrats. Now, before you upgrade your lifestyle, divert that extra money to savings. You were living without it before, right? Keep living like that, but now with a growing savings account. And here's a trick. Whenever you avoid an unnecessary purchase, transfer that amount to your savings. Skipped a $15 Uber ride and took the bus instead? That's $15 in your savings account. It's like paying yourself for making smart choices. Remember, the goal isn't to live like a monk. It's to be intentional with your money. Every dollar you save is a dollar working for your future. Now let's talk about what early saving really means for your life. It's not just about having a big number in your bank account when you're old. It's about freedom, options, peace of mind. Imagine being able to quit a job you hate because you have a safety net. Imagine being able to take risks, start a business, travel the world because you have savings to fall back on. Imagine facing an unexpected expense and feeling annoyed instead of panic. That's the real power of saving early. It's not about deprivation. It's about creating opportunities for yourself. It's about buying your future self options. And let's be real, the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're financially secure, that's priceless. No amount of lattes or new gadgets can compare to that feeling. So let's get practical. Here are 3 strategies you can implement today to start saving. First, the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. It's simple, flexible, and effective. Second, the save your raises strategy. Every time you get a raise, immediately divert half of it to savings. You'll still feel the bump in your paycheck, but you'll also turbocharge your savings. Third, the 24-hour rule. Before making any non-essential purchase, wait 24 hours. Do you still want it after 24 hours? Go for it. You'd be amazed how many must-have items lose their appeal after a day. Remember, best strategy is the one you'll actually stick to. Find what works for you and make it a habit. Look, I get it. Saving isn't sexy. It's not instant gratification, but neither is being 65 and realizing you've made a 100K mistake. You have a choice right now. You can keep making excuses, keep putting it off, and set yourself up for a future of financial stress. Or you can start today, right now, and set yourself up for a future of options, freedom, and peace of mind. The time is now. Don't make the 100K mistake. Start saving today and thank yourself later.